Chelsey, welcome to DITL.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I'm
On
so excited.
DITL, we always start at the very beginning of your day.
Mhm.
So tell us, what time do you wake up and how do you get your morning started?
My dream life is that I wake up before my son, but he's an early riser. So I usually wake up at 6:30 because I hear him wake up. So 6:30, if I want to be really crazy, I'll wake up at like 5:45 and try and get like 30 minutes of my day started alone. But usually about 6:30, I start my day. What was the second? Did you ask me a
And
second
what do
part?
you come 6:30,
Oh, yeah.
what do you do?
Well, it depends on who had a later night, me or my husband, and whoever didn't will go get, Case, my son, and what a great way to wake up, though. Like, having a toddler who is just so happy first thing in the morning is the best morning routine I've ever had in my life.
Isn't it incredible?
Yeah.
Just like the smile on their
Mhm.
face and every single day.
Yeah, every day. Some days if, my husband, like, puts him down and he has a really fun day with my husband the previous day, which he has lots of those, but and I go in the morning and I'm like, "Hi, baby." He'll be like, "Dada, dada."
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "Okay, he's here, but I'm also here right now." But it's the best. They're so happy. I mean, if they get a good sleep, but
Yeah, so happy.
yeah, so I usually get up, take him out of his sleep sack, change his diaper if he needs it, feed him, get the day going.
And what do you do for yourself?
So if I don't get up with Case, the first thing I do is like a meditation. And it depends on right now, you're catching me at a time where I listen to like birth affirmations every morning. I'm taking this course. It's called Hypnoactive Birth, and she gives you files of like positive birth affirmations. So I'll listen to that and do that either sitting down on my bed after I make it. I have to have my bed made like first things actually. So I'll make my bed and then I'll sit on my bed, listen to some affirmations or meditation if I'm not pregnant, just a regular one. Um, and then I'll journal. I do the 5-minute journal. It's the
Okay.
only journal that has stuck for me where I've done it consistently every single day.
And why is that? What's up with the other journals that just doesn't work?
I don't know. It's so quick. It really is just like a 5-minute. I think it takes less than that for me. And the prompts are thought evoking enough, but they're not like, okay, here is a long, prompt for your day that you have to write tons of sentences. It's like the 3 things you wanna be thinking of. I think it's do you ever use the 5-minute journal?
I've never used it.
It's like I'm trying to think of the that I do every day, the things I'm grateful for, what would make today great, and affirmations. So, like, I'm grateful for these things. This is what I wanna get done today. Sometimes it's like, I want to be super open-minded and whatever, and then other days I'm like, "I wanna get my to-do list done. I wanna clean out the closet. I
Yeah.
wanna do this." And then the affirmations or whatever I'm feeling insecure about, I'll do the opposite of that. So, like, if I'm feeling impatient, I'll be like, "I am patient." Things like that, so
What about like sustenance and meals and food for
yeah.
yourself and drinks and all of the kind of routines and food going into you?
Yeah, so I was telling you before we started recording this that I get super sick my first, like, 2 trimesters, so food is not even a thing. Like, I basically eat whatever sounds good in the moment, but once I start feeling better, now I'll pretty much always wake up and have water first to try and keep myself hydrated. Sometimes if I'm feeling really crazy, I'll add a lemon into it and have, like, it warm, but I just love ice cold water, especially when I'm pregnant, like,
The
the
best.
crisp, fresh, cold water in the morning.
Straw, no
Mhm.
straw?
Straw, always a straw, unless it's warm, obviously, but, always a straw, always in a water bottle, actually, usually, if it's cold. I can't really drink cold ice water from a cup, I don't know. It's just
Like a water bottle, like a reusable water bottle
yeah,
or
like I think it's the Hydro Jug, but their new, like, cup
okay.
one that has the straw. It's like I don't know if I'm allowed to say it's like a Stanley dupe almost,
Mhm.
but it's the straw folds down. It's great. So I love that,
Genius.
yeah, and it's big, holds a lot. Love the stainless steel inside, I feel like it keeps it colder than anything else. Um, and then I'll always have avocado toast. I'm just as basic as they come. Love avocado toast with paprika, pepper, salt, lemon on it. Sometimes I'll have eggs if I'm feeling like it, if they seem appetizing at the moment. And then I always take my supplements. I'm really good about taking my supplements in the morning. Like I'll take Just Thrive probiotics, love those. I take Ritual prenatals. um, iron supplement because I'm anemic, so I'll take that. And then I've recently been taking I wanna put a disclaimer because, um, my friends recommended this supplement to me. It's called Birth Prep. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's supposed to, like, really prep your cervix for there's, like, all the things, like the dates and
The
I
salads in
yeah.
LA and yeah.
Yeah, all those things that's supposed to help labor or whatever. And I was super overdue last time. So this time I'm even like cracking down on let's get this baby here as close to the due date as possible.
Mhm.
But it's called Birth Prep and you can get it on Amazon. It's not like you have to have a prescription or anything, but definitely ask your midwife or, your doctor or whoever before you take it because my friends who have taken it have sworn like they've gone 2 weeks early. They're like, I swear that this is the supplement that's made me just the baby slips out of me. I'm like, okay, well, that's the vibes I'm looking for. So,
When in your pregnancy did you start taking that?
you can start taking it, I think, at 34 weeks. I've been more hesitant, so I just started taking it, and I'm like 36 weeks maybe. So I started taking it because you have to like kind of ease into it. Like you take one for a week, then you take two the next week, and then I think you take up to six a day. So I've been like, I don't want to go early, so I haven't been taking it too early.
Okay,
But
we're gonna start tracking
yeah, we'll see if I
your weeks
come.
and your due date.
Yeah, if I'm early, then you guys will know it's the birth prep. And also, last time I didn't do the dates. Did you ever do dates? You know how you're supposed to have like six dates
No,
a day.
I honestly, in both of my pregnancies, like, didn't do anything. I
Yeah,
kinda was just of the mindset of, like, what will
yeah,
be,
yeah. It's gonna come
and
eventually.
yeah, and I was just like, "My time will come,"
Hmm.
and I didn't do any of the woo-woo or even
Yeah, like
non-woo-woo stuff.
evening primrose oil.
Nothing.
Really, none of
Not
that.
literally nothing.
Yeah,
A lot of friends have been like, "Paige, like, what? How did you
yeah.
not, like, do any sort of preparation?" And,
You're like, well, it's not gonna
I
be in there forever. So
yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I didn't do dates last time. And I probably wouldn't either if I wasn't so overdue last time and it was driving me crazy that it was just like so long. Like I was like 42 weeks last time. So I was just waiting forever for the baby to come. But this time again, people have been swearing by the dates. So I do 6 dates, which is a lot. Like dates are so
Yeah.
rich and sweet. So I'll usually make a smoothie a little bit after breakfast. That's 6 dates. I'll put a little bit of clean simple eats protein powder in there if I'm feeling crazy, a scoop of peanut butter, some almond milk, and some ice, and try and down that, even though it's like a very sweet like shake or smoothie or whatever you want to call it. Um, and lunch lately, I were you like this in pregnancy? Like you just want crisp, fresh, almost like cold things.
Yeah.
So I'll have a
And for me was
salad.
also steak.
Oh, really?
I wanted red meat.
Yeah. I've been craving hamburgers, and I was vegan my first time, and this time I'm not vegan. And so I've been having everything, in and out, any burgers, anything like that, every once in a while. But
And how has that made you feel from pregnancy 1 to pregnancy 2?
not like a whole world of difference. I've never been a meat girl anyways, even just growing up. Like I've never really liked chicken, steak, never liked hamburgers. The only meat I ever liked was like hot dogs, which is like fake meat anyways.
They're so That's
So
so good.
yeah, it's so good. So when I was vegan, I'm like, this isn't much different, like all this fake meat that I'm eating, like Impossible burgers or whatever. And I didn't feel that much different the first time than this time. I also, I mean, I wasn't as sick this time. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I wasn't as nauseous for as long. Um, but I wasn't anemic last time and I was this time, which is you would think it might have been the opposite because iron is harder to get if you're vegan. So I don't know. I think being vegan, the pro of it was I got a lot more fruits and vegetables in than I do now because I had to be more creative with my meals. But
Mhm.
now I just kind of eat whatever, whatever's within range on Postmates, whatever is in my fridge, and whatever's sounding good at the moment. But I do love a good salad. Like I'll usually have a chopped salad or a Caesar salad for lunch because it just always sounds good. Maybe with some olives or like pepperoncinis, something pickled. Love something pickled. And then for dinner, I eat anything. I'm not a picky eater. I will eat anything from like pasta to steak to um I'm trying to think of what else I've been eating lately. I don't know, just Anything that sounds good.
You really have built an incredible brand and business and podcast.
Thank you.
And what do you guys do in terms of like planning 2 months out? What does that look like? Where are you guys texting each other ideas? Do you have a shared notes app? How are you plugging? Like, where is all this information living?
So both of us have individual list ideas where we'll add episode ideas for ourselves, and then we'll usually call each other or FaceTime, usually at the end of the month. Um, and we'll go through it and add it to like the Google sheet of like, okay, this date is we've been trying to do like lean into seasons more too and like lean into whatever holiday is coming up and kind of do more themed episodes that are like a little more intentional. Like in February we wanted to do more love-based episodes. So we'll be like, okay, let's look at all of our ideas that have to do with dating or whatever, and we'll put them in the sheet for like the certain day that we know that they're going to come up to kind of plan accordingly, to make sure that they're going up. Like, okay, this day, for example, one of our upcoming episodes, or I don't know when this is coming out, but in March is based around like the spring equinox. So we're like, okay, we're going to do it on the day of the spring equinox. Let's put it on that day. So we're doing like a spring cleaning episode that day so that it is, it doesn't come up that day and we're like, oh wait, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Like, what should we do? Like, we should do something. And also that gives us more time to, when we're calling and talking about episode, it gives us ideas for like graphic ideas, or if we want, now that we do video, something fun, like for our Halloween episodes, we always do something crazy and like dress up and do videos with Tyson and, you know, fun things like that. So, yeah, it's usually just a phone call, which is nice doing it with your best friend. It's like, we'll be talking about something else and it's like, okay, let's do let's do work now. Let's talk about our episodes.
A phone call and Google Sheets.
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
about kind of the end of your day and like having a toddler
Mhm.
getting ready for a new baby? What
Mhm.
does the end of the day look like for you and the family?
Right now it's my tailbone hurting extremely bad and me sitting on the bed and complaining to my husband, like, guess what? I don't feel good right now.
You need a donut. You need like an
I
inflatable
do.
pillow.
I know. I almost ordered one for postpartum because I left mine last time, but that's a great idea to have one just right now for my butt because
Yes.
my
Like when you're
whole
sitting at
back.
dinner, I honestly, I had like a little bit of an injury when I was in middle school. And my parents got one that you could just like blow up on the go. And I
Oh,
would be
it's so
like
nice
sitting at a restaurant and just
with
like
it.
put the little donut under
It
my
makes a
tush.
difference.
But
That's a
it's
great idea.
needed.
Mhm.
This is, it's
Yeah.
like whatever you can do to be more comfortable right
Yeah.
now.
Even sometimes I'll be sitting on the couch. So to answer your question, like we will, again, we trade off. So not like always I put him down or always Nick puts him down, but after dinner he gets his bath and then we'll get him ready in his PJs. We'll, do his little nighttime routine and which he's a great sleeper. I'm so knock on wood. I'm so terrified for this next child because everyone's like, if you have a good first sleeper, like just wait for the second one. But hopefully just it's in their genes and I'll have another good sleeper. But he is so fun to put to bed because he knows how to get me. He'll be like, "Can you read the My Mom and Me book?" And I'm like, "Well, of course I'll read this book to you." And then he'll be like, Can we read the I Love You So Much book?" And I'm like, "You know what books that some books I'm like, please don't make me read that book again. It's
Which
so
books?
long."
Which ones?
Um, do you know Franklin the turtle? Like
No.
he was popular when I was little. Like he's been around for a while. He the books are so long. They're just so long. And honestly, sometimes Franklin's a little whiny and just kind of like, I'm like, is this teaching you how to deal with your emotions or is he just whiny and kind of
Yeah.
like an annoying kid?
But it's so true that, like, every parent has books
Yeah.
that they are just like, "No, I
They
do not
drag
wanna read that," and,
on.
like, you get
Yeah.
annoyed about it. I
Yeah.
totally get that
Yeah,
feeling.
and then there's some books I love. I love to read them because 'cause they're good stories, they're sweet, but they're not too long where it's like, okay.
What's on the love list?
Well, they're like Jellycat books. You know, like the books that go along with Jellycats? They have, like,
Mhm.
shorter ones that are like, um, it's like it'll be like 5 pages for more for babies, but they have stories like My Dad and Me or My Mom and Me, and so right now his favorite one is Me and My Mom. And it's so cute, and he, like, memorized the whole thing, so he'll read it with me, and I love it because at the end, it's like, "I wanna be just like my mommy one day." I'm like, "Yeah, we're ingraining this in your head."